Science in Action 21, the Rutherford experiment. In the 10 Most Beautiful Experiments, Robert Chris, in the chapter The Sunrise in the Beauty, tells us about an experiment that, along the first decade of the 20th century, allowed the physicist Ernest Rutherford, born in New Zealand in 1871, to discover the structure of the atom. He found out that atoms have a central nucleus, with a positive charge, where most of its mass lies, and are surrounded by a negatively charged electron cloud. In 1895, the physicist obtained a scholarship that led him to England, to the Cavendish laboratory, called Source of Nuclear Physics. The director of the laboratory was Joseph John Thomson, who, in 1877, had discovered the electron. In the University of Granada, Professor Cabrerizo shows us an interpretation of the experiment. Through the Rutherford experiment, the atomic nucleus is discovered. According to the Thomson model, the atom was homogeneous. However, bombarding those atoms with helium nucleuses, alpha particles, we can see that some of them were backscattered. In this experiment, we are using a radioactive sample. We are going to influence gold leaf and count, depending on the angle, the particles that reach the tube. Of course, all of these take place in a vacuum. We will start studying the dispersion by varying the angle of incidence of the particle accelerator. Thereafter, we could determine the size of the atomic nucleus. Nowadays, the use of radioactive samples is quite complex. We do it once in a while. In order to carry out a similar experiment, we have assembled this mechanic mock-up where, inside this camera, we study the way the scattering angle of the metallic particles we crash into our nucleus varies. By modifying the impact parameter, the idea is to determine the nucleus radio based on scattering distribution.